Mike in the Woods here. Today we're going to take a look at the top 10 forgotten, underrated, and neglected items for bug out bags. Starting us off at number 10, waterproofing. For those just starting out, or those who haven't been on too many bug out test trips yet, one common oversight is just how vulnerable their bag is to water ingress. Whether that's from rain, being left in melting snow, or taking a dunk in the lake, there's a lot of stuff in your bag that can get severely damaged and destroyed, including electronics, documents, food, and your sleeping bag. Do your best to prevent water ingress, such as wrapping all susceptible items in a contractor bag on the inside of your bag. Number 9, a SHEMAGH. A SHEMAGH is one of the most tactically versatile things you can possibly have in your kit for something that takes up so little space and weight. To name just a few of the uses, you can use it as a gag, as a blindfold, as a napkin, as a coffee or water filter, as a tourniquet, as a cleaning rag, for grabbing hot pans and rocks, for getting a better grip, as a bandage, as a sling, as a weapon by filling it with rocks. Use some of it for kindling, use it as a towel, use it for tying things together, use it for facial camouflage, and use it to filter out dust and dirt for breathing. Number 8, a map of your route. Even if you know the way to and from your bug out destination like the back of your hand, in an emergency situation or high-stress environment, it's still quite easy to get turned around. You also might have to take an alternate route. Knowing you have a hard copy backup map of the surrounding area that can get you from where you are to where you need to be for how little space and weight it takes up is worth its weight in gold. Number 7, a list of contents and consumables. Whether it be for replenishing supplies used during test runs or needing to know exactly what you have on hand during an emergency when even the best of us have our memory fail us, is an amazing extra layer of security and planning that takes up virtually no space or weight. It also helps you figure out if you're overloaded or underloaded on certain things. Number 6, ID and documentation. In a bug out scenario, it's probably only a local disaster. Society at large is probably still functioning at or near full capacity. Having documentation to prove who you are, either for travel or when stopped by authorities, or in an extreme emergency starting over from scratch, your existence is bound by those tiny little pages. This also includes things like insurance information, proof of ownerships, your health card, and anything else that you might need to stay integrated with society on the go. Number 5, digestive medicine. As anyone who's ever spent any amount of time outside of their normal societal comfort zone can tell you, changing your diet, even your water source, plays hell with your digestive system. Whether it's spewing out of your butt like a super soaker or clogged so bad you feel like you need to go at it with a plumber's snake, having the medicine to deal with it is an often overlooked part of your first aid kit. Stool softeners and hardeners are something worth having on hand. Number 4, a solar panel charger. The next step up from a battery bank, solar panel chargers are a combination of a battery bank and a solar panel. Charge up the solar panel's battery bank over the course of the day and then recharge your phone in the evening with it. When used sparingly, you can pretty much prolong the life of your phone almost indefinitely. Number 3, cash. As mentioned previously, in a bug out situation, society at large is still mostly functioning, and cash continues to hold value. Depending on the emergency and location, access to local ATMs might not be guaranteed. This, combined with interpersonal exchanges, means that having cash on hand to deal with your unforeseen through-trip expenses is important, whether it's paying for a motel, replenishing your food supply, or paying for train or bus fare. There are an endless list of reasons to have some cash on hand during a bug out scenario. Number 2, a sewing kit. In a bug out scenario, your life depends on the gear and clothing you have with you. You won't always have the option to replace your gear during a bug out, and nothing is infallible. Having the ability to repair your gear and clothing on the go is advantageous for how little space and weight it takes up, either for repairing clothes, your bag, or broken straps. And pro tip, for load-bearing stitching, use fishing line. And number 1, the most overlooked item in my opinion in anyone's bug out bag, toilet paper. Out in the woods or seedy motels, you're gonna have to do a number 2. This Scrambling for leaves that might leave your butthole in a worse condition than before is not a prime situation to be in. And going without wiping is unhygienic, which, even in an emergency situation, is still important to prevent yourself from getting sick. Not to mention, it's a near endless supply of tinder, bandages, napkins, and many other uses one can think of for it. So, that's my list of the top 10 most underrated and forgotten items for your bug-out bag. Hopefully, it's some food for thought and gives you some ideas. Thanks for watching, guys. You know the drill. Like, share, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments below. See you next week, guys.